Right, on to the next bit of old Mr. Delbridge's mega build on his ST180 that we're doing through. Alright, so thought this share this with you lot. So Alan, cameraman today, as look how beautifully he's presented that on the bench, look, Alan.
Very good.
Be proud of yourself, mate. Yeah? It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Never thought you had it in you, mate. You know?
Here's a jigsaw puzzle.
Eh? What a presentation.
It is.
So anyway, so going from left to right. So we showed you the our uprated logoed ancillary and coolant hose kit in the wrapper, which we had in the reception there. We were talking about all this when we were unboxing it, the unboxing video. Alright, so there is a laid out there, look. All the stainless steel marine spec clips, different sizes obviously to complement the hoses. Alright, now you see the per alloy uprated radiator. It's a beauty, this one. Alright, it's a lot lighter, thicker, I mean far more efficient. Alright, spout fan, oil cooler. This is a street kit one as opposed to the track one like we run on the Little Beast and whatever. The track one's full height and connects right onto the sides. The street kit comes with the other brackets. Brackets have appeared. There they are. Alright. Right. So, like I said, so basically, alright, it'll be, I don't know, something like that, I don't know yet, I haven't tried it, so something like that or that. Wherever it goes anyway, we'll show you that when we do it. Alright, so then your fixings do go on the side there, so that's it really. And again, this is a street kit which allows you to retain the stock aircon system on it, innit? Whereas if you go for the track spec, boat height, aircon delete. Alright, so yeah, that's it. So we found it, Alan was hiding it away in the box, in the wrapper. You got your nylon braided lines, alright, obviously upper and lower for the oil cooler joiner, for the to join the hoses together that would otherwise run to the OE water cooled oil cooler. That's not necessarily, obviously that gets put to one side, not used again, and then it's rerouted, alright, with your various fittings. And then as you can see, look, this is your new remote oil cooler housing, obviously to the block, oil filter, alright, that's the block link, oil filter onto there, your memory. Connect it all up. We took the thermostat housing off. You can't really do these unless you take the, it's worth doing it when you got the front end off and old hoses, because you try doing that in place, you won't be able to do it. You can't do it, can you?
No.
You need to take everything out of the way.
Need the room.
You need the room to get there, yeah. So we're putting an uprated Mishimoto brace type thermostat in that. Alright, we'll be running the Little Beast and other customers. Tried it, tested it, it's great. Temperature stays really good, and yeah, we've had no issues with it. So do that at the same time, new seals, etc. So yeah, so what we'll do is every time, as we're building it, we'll get all this lot put on and we'll show you that as we're building it, and you know, with photographs and do videos whenever we can, and then we'll get the other bits and pieces on the bench as we go, like the meth kit and all that sort of stuff when we're ready to fit that, and then we can just, it's easy then, because then we just grab what we need, throw it onto the car. Would you say this was, Timmy, a carry-on video?
That's it, yeah.
What is it, carry on what?
Carry on Timmy's.
Carry on Timmy-tastic 1, yeah?
That's it, yeah.
Fair enough.
So
Produced and directed by Timmy-tastic 2, yeah? It's great. Yeah, I can't wait to watch that, mate. When's it out?
Well, that's Timmy 1.
Fair enough, mate. Carrying on with talking about Timmy-tastic 1. Here we are. So the last thing we shared with you viewers is you would have seen the this setup here, which is all your framework for your radiator, aircon condenser, etc. Alright, that was on the bench, and we didn't talk about it. We were up against it at the time, really trying to get all this back together. So what we done was we just took some photographs and whatever. So we'll just have a quick chat about it now. So everything's all reassembled. So as you can see, Timmy, look, all the uprighted logoed pipe work's on. Not all of them, there's still a couple of others to put on, but that's the majority of them all done. All right, we do that as we go. All right, the thermostat, which we talked about on the bench, that's all in there, okay? And more importantly, it's difficult to see because you can't see because obviously that's blocked by your aircon condenser, all right? So as you can see, this has got the bit different because this has got the Pro-Alloy full competition intercooler on this one. Obviously the intercooler's not on at the moment. We'll put that on later, but this is your crash brackets, and then you've got the crash bar which goes similar to what we run on the Little Beast and on Monty's, all right? But so it might be easier if you come around this way to me. As you can see, right, so this is your uprated Pro-Alloy radiator, all right? This is your spout fan. That's the quick spill one, super quiet, more efficient than the OE one, all right? And you haven't got all that oral framework in there with all the flaps, etc. All right. Yeah. So as we said, this is retaining the aircon. So this is the street kit, which has got the smaller oil cooler. All right. It's quite fiddly to do actually, because you've got to adjust it and place it in such a way so you've got your top oil cooler braided line running down from the top to the remote, and you've got to configure it so that everything's out the way and it's not nothing's fouling anything else, you know. I'm not talking about football there either, right? Yeah, because you don't want something rubbing through the hoses, in it. But you know, the outrated hoses are a bit thicker as well, so it limits your room even more. All right, so but lots more to do on this as we go. We're going to do something on the oil catch can. Upgrade this a bit. This will be changed to the black bladed black nylon braided line, all right, which matches the Pro-Alloy setup. So what we'll do now, look, Timmy, we'll go swiftly up in the air, yeah? We have a better view from underneath viewers then, all right? Right, so as you can see, we still got to reconnect the aircon pipes yet, but so this gives you an idea. I mean, this is the the upright hose kit. This is the joiner, because you need to make the circuit again, because obviously these two pipes originally would go to the standard oil cooler. All right. Yep. As you can see. All right. So that's done away with. So because we got a separate, remote oil cooler now, haven't we? Which you see, and we'll show it to you in a second on the side of the rad. But yeah, so they need to be joined together because they're not needed anymore for that purpose. So they just flows around that one now. All right, because you're cooling the oil independently, aren't you? All right, so it's difficult to see actually, Timmy, but it is up there on the button on the side of the on the side of the radiator. All right, so it gives you more idea. So all this, you've got all this space, look. All right. Next phase is obviously we use the original controller, which we talked about before, which is neatly put on the back of the fan there. Power it all up, all right, and it all looks pretty OE then. All right, so then that fan will behave the same way as the original one because it's the controller which is telling the fan what to do with regards to what speed and all that sort of stuff. All right. Obviously genuine Ford oil filter fitted, as you can see. All right, but there's lots of other stuff. So, I mean, as we said, this is quite a major upgrade on this. And the gear, like I said before, gearbox is all in. The cast diff is done. There are a few other little bearings in there that we changed because they were a little bit felt they were a little bit rough, with the lay shaft bearing, etc. So that's all been changed. Cast plated diff in it. TTV clutch, which we showed you before the gearbox went in. All right, this is our own bespoke boost pipe. All right, from Turbo, which is made for us by our good friend Julian, Proform. So that works well with the. So we use the bits of the Revo RT330 boost pipe kit, bits of Pro-Alloy, and we sort of like just make it up ourselves really as we go. So it's effectively like our own hardware kit in a way. All right. Can't miss those big brakes there, Timmy, can you? As well.
No.
Great, isn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's all it was. That's all it was, guys. Well, as we go, like I said, we're going to be switching ramps on this now, so and then we can carry on in because I need this ramp back now, so we can carry on and build the rest of it up, and we'll talk you through what we're doing as we go. All right, with regards to water meth, etc. All right, so catch up soon. So Alan's done his presentation again. Isn't that right, Al?
That's correct.
Yeah. So we've re-stenciled the The intercooler. So this intercooler is the daddy one. So it's the competition one that they call it, Pro Alloy, right? So it comes with the you know, it's the huge one, you know, with the crash bar, brackets, etc. It's the best one you can get. This is what we run on the Little Beast. Monty runs it on his M-Sport one as well. All right, and I'm sure Malcolm will be upgrading to that. Although he's got a, you know, he's already got a Stage 3 Pro Alloy, which is fine, but he might well upgrade to this one in the future. All right, but yeah, so we just thought we'd share this with you because we've done the restent. So originally that had Pro on it. Alan's now restents that in the, you know, it's all 2K paint, all right, with the our own M3P stent. So Tim wanted it in red, which goes well with the car. All right, that's the thing. You can have it. You can do it in any colour you like, really. All right. Right. So what do we have here? So this is the water meth kit. All right. We thought we would, you know, present the boost pipe as well because that's been down to Julian down at Proform, and he's put in the two bosses. All right. So effectively, one is that's a boost tap for the gauge. All right, because that's your controller stroke gauge, which we'll talk about in a sec, and that's your nozzle. All right, so there's a filter built into there. That's your, obviously your feed, and that's your injector. All right, which is a specific size, which, you know, Bruce at Devil's Own would work that out and send us what nozzle we need for what we're running with regards to power and torque and all that sort of stuff. Obviously this runs RT330, all right, so it'll be the same as what in the Little Beast, the same as in the hashtag 021 M Sport, all right. So yeah, so that's the boost pipe, all right. So the bosses have been welded in there, all right. It just looks a lot neater. You can, ours has got to be, we'll upgrade ours, but ours was originally done by Bruce at Devil's Own. His brother does all the installation, obviously, all right. They don't, time side of it and having the facilities to do it, so they don't weld bosses on there. They tap into the boost pipe and it screws right into there. That's okay. I mean, it's been on ours has been fine. We've just gone this route because, you know, if you've got the time to do it, which they haven't, it just looks a lot neater, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You have proper alley bosses welded into it. It's just the finishing touches, really. All right, so that's that side of it. So you got your solenoid. You need the solenoid. This is what triggers the flow. All right. So it's quite simple. Just in out. It's a bit of a complex system to fit, and it takes a while because you've got to strip out all the interior, which we'll share that with you when we go down. We're going in after this one and pop down and show you what the progression that we've made on the inside of Tim's car. All right. So moving on to the pump. So there's lots of different there's lots of different pumps. There are what I'm talking about.
Is it?
We've only just quickly lightly bolted that because we were checking fittings. All right. So it doesn't come like that. You've got to put that on. But that's a baffled race tank. All right. There's lots of different options on tanks. They do quite a few different sizes to suit whatever application you're using it for. All right. So it's quite cool. We need to then tap a drill and tap a hole the right size for the low level sensor. All right. So the low level sensor is just what it says. You know, when the water meth gets low, it'll trigger on a fault sign, fault LED on there, look, and that effectively will tell you that your meth's getting low and top it off. All right. So it's just a, you know, it's just a safety thing. That's all, isn't it? These little fittings here. This is obviously the sort of filter. This is your pick-up feed, which again that will be going into the tank. We don't know exact location yet. We'll work that out when we've sort of like, you know, dummy fit it in the car. This is all your braided lines. So this is an upgrade. Normally it would just be the plastic hard pipe, all right, which is fine. That's what the other installations that we've done, that's what we've used. This is an upgrade. You don't see any of this anyway, but it's an upgrade, all right. So, but what you do see is you do see that where it comes out of the from the carpet area, the rear of the car, onto the fittings. So it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? When you open up the bonnet and you've got the proper braid lines with the race fittings. Again, so that's all hidden under the carpets, which you'll see when we go in and show you when it's stripped out. Same with this one. This is your feed up to the pump, and then this one is your feed down from the solenoid, all right, onto the injector. So you'll see all this through the engine bay, which looks pretty cool. All right, this is just your brackets. obviously which self-explanatory. There we go out, yeah. Just
Yeah.
close it down. That's quite, I mean, various little fittings and whatever. Some of these we use, some of them we don't. Alright? And then your main thing is the controller. Alright, so this is not just, it looks like just a boost gauge, doesn't it? Well, it is. So you've got your boost gauge, you've got your duty cycle flow up there, which that goes off. You know that you've got your red LEDs there for your boost. All right, and then you've got your duty cycle, which is your meth flow, which just goes up in those like egg-shaped. Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
In blue. It looks pretty cool at night. All right, so hence why you got the wires out there. That's the brain of everything, so that controls everything, tells everything what to do. Alright, so it's not just a boost gauge. Alright, so a bit of a shame really, because this one's been discontinued, and that's pretty much my favourite. It's a bit old school. It's really cool at night, like I said. But hopefully I can get my hands on some more of them, because yeah, that's the one that people tend to favour. Alright, so apologies for the rain outside, you can hear it. It's I think we're the only part of the country today, Al, that's got heavy rain. Everywhere else has escaped it, but here we are, mate, isn't it? Yeah, so you can hear it pounding down on the outside there, isn't it, Al? So that's it, mate, for a second, I think, isn't it?
Yep.
Anything else you can think about? You're not doing this installation, are you?
No.
On drew the short straw on this one, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, so, but we'll get you to do one sometime, isn't it?
Nope.
No?
No.
Transfer, guys, girls, no, they're blatant no. Because he's seen what's involved with doing it, and yeah.
Time consuming.
He's running up the road, yeah?
Yep.
Fair enough. What about CAE Ultra Shifter?
No.
No chance?
No chance.
Use a transmission guy?
Oh, I don't mind doing the boxes.
Yeah. Right, so that's that part, and then we'll take you inside and show you what we've done inside. Right guys, moving along swiftly. We've just come out of the presentation assembly room. Well, there's lots of names for it, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Multi-function room.
Yeah. Right, so basically it's nothing much to, well, there's not a lot to see actually. So, driver's seat, gone, yeah. Yeah, so we've stripped all the interior out. Okay, you can actually go in there if you want to around, spin the camera and just show all the trims all missing off the inside, but yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Right. So we just do yeah, show you what we got to strip out here, and then basically what will happen is so the options are like on Malcolm's that we've done. Alright. So on Malcolm's, right, he wanted to still get access under here to all his bits and pieces, alright? So what you have to do is basically 3/4 of the box floor lid, yeah, there, chop it down there, so that bit stays where it is, that bit can still be opened up, because once that tank's fitted, alright, it's secure. Alright, you can't take the tank in and out and whatever, it needs to be secure. For obvious reasons, alright? But in this particular install, Tim's not worried about getting access to, you know, under here, alright? So what we'll do is we use that as a base, so it's obviously, you know, it's not going to flex too much then, is it? So that'll be down, roll it straight down, and then he won't be able to get access to, well, unless he takes the tank in, whatever, but he knows that. There's not much under there anyway.
No.
It's items that you can keep elsewhere, you know. In the SD180s. Alright, so yeah, anyway, so tank will there, we'll all the braided lines will be feeded up with the correct wiring, because obviously the pump's got to be powered up, so you'll have two power feeds going to the front, one for the low level sensor, one for the feed to the controller, and we'll wire all the controller up across into the fuse box, and then the braided line will run out through down into the engine bay onto the nozzle. So it's quite involved. You know, anybody who thinks that this is straightforward and simple, not a bit like it. Alright, so yeah, I mean obviously we learnt that from the install that Bruce done at Devils on with ours, so you get to know what's involved. Alright, so then we've got Phil's Mark III Focus RS to do. same sort of thing. But we've done on the similar sort of way of doing it. Obviously, stripped the interior out and same sort of thing. But new one for us, not done it on a Mark III Focus RS before. But again, it's the same principle in it. Alright, so I think that's about it for a minute, mate, isn't it?
It is.
We'll yeah, we'll share more with you as we crack on the build, and you can actually come around the front again if you want now. Just a quick look at that under the bonnet here when we're. I mean, it's nowhere near finished this yet, so we've still got the front end off it. All right. We're going to be upgrading. We put all the hoses on. Some of them are where they're going to be. Others are just, you know, not 100% yet. We've got to move things around and whatever. All right. But yeah, I mean, you can see that it gives you an idea of the seat now. That with the Simpson manifold. Look. All right. So this is one of the first generation ones, which they're all the same anyway. I mean, first generation. What I'm meaning is that the other ones we had the dual tag on it, so it had our tag on it as well as the Simpson one. But the next phase of Tim's, once we've got all these upgrades out the way, which effectively is like a phase 2, phase 3 that we'll do, the manifold will come off it. All right, we'll get that sent away, get it Zerkatech coated, which is what we recommend for the heat management side of it, and then we'll he'll be going for the same faux Simpson race exhaust that Monty runs on #021, which is covered up in front there. All right. So that's there's always like exciting things to come. There's always these are you can just go on and on and on with them. You know, there's always something. You know, what we're always doing stuff on the little beast, which, as you can see, was here. That's gone down to Julia and that Pro 4. So we've got lots of things to share with you on that as the build goes on with that one. Yeah, so things that we're doing on that is just ongoing, and then it transfers onto, you know, our very, very loyal customers, and you know, that's current customers and new customers. If they're interested, they can see what we're up to, and always give us a, you know, contact us in some shape or form, and you know, have a chat about the requirements, because yeah, it just gives you an idea of what we can do. All right, so yeah, that's it. So we'll carry on and come back soon with what we're up to next. All right.